The following is a presentation of the Noise Space Network. Find more great podcasts at noisespace.xyz. We begin in Southern California 3 decades ago. 2 red souls were brought to this earth, separated by just a scant few miles and unbeknownst to each other. The fates kept them separate as they grew from brash whelps into homosexual young women with hard opinions about cheaply made processed foods. One of them, a black-clad warrior, fighting for metals heavy and corn syrups high fructose. The other, a living embodiment of no-calorie soda, literally begging the gods to strike her down where she stands, or at least strike her with a cease and desist order. Now, the world has united these two to clash over their cheap foodstuffs, and we meet them here, the battlefield, where they are destined for eternal combat. Ladies and ghouls, it is my pleasure to welcome you to Jarett Coke and Lilith's House of Snacks.
I'm Diet Coke.
And I'm Lilith.
And this is our House of
Snacks.
How?
Diet Coke.
Hey, what's up?
Hey. I'm feeling like a little crappy today. Not like I was last episode. Everybody, I'm sorry about that.
Sometimes
sometimes medicine, to be clear, medicine's the problem today also. So maybe we should just be anti-medicine.
Maybe you should stop taking medicine. Yeah.
Should just stop taking medicine. Last time it was vaccines. This time it is
take vaccines, everybody. Just I want to say that. Just Lilith should stop, but everyone else should keep going.
I should stop until like the next round of COVID boosters or the flu shot, or if there's like another thing I need to take.
Yeah.
I shouldn't take any vaccines between now and when there's another vaccine that I need to take.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You don't take I think we can settle on that advice. Don't take vaccines when you don't need them. Don't take recreational vaccines.
Recreational vaccines. Now, speaking of recreational medicine, there is a guide going around on the internet for a series of pills that you can take if you want your jizz to be bigger. And
okay. Now, is this a guide specifically for #girls like us? Or is this just a general
I only ever
guide?
see it shared by #girls like us, but I'm sure that it can be enjoyed by anyone.
Sure.
I figured out which part of it, like which supplement in it is not, because I'm doing this thing, because it's like a lot of different supplements, and I'm just adding one on every week.
Okay.
And whichever one, like if I start feeling shitty, I know that that's the bad one. Pop that out of the rotation.
Sure. Smart.
Yeah. So, L-arginine is out. You're out, L-arginine.
But this is just you testing to see which ones work for you. Is this like part of the process for the jizz formula?
It's part of it. No. I'm testing to see if, because it's a lot of supplements, and supplements can make you feel shitty if your particular body chemistry doesn't agree with them. And so I'm just, I'm testing them out one at a time just to see, because I've heard other people have issues with other parts of, it's called the cum stack.
Yeah, sure.
And well, I mean, that's literally
no. Of course, that's what it's called. It's for making your jizz bigger. Yeah, why? It's not.
Yes,
it's not unusual that it's called the cum stack. That doesn't mean it's not still funny.
Yeah. So yeah, today was the day that I finally like realized like, oh yeah, I felt bad after taking my medication. Is probably the newest part of the cum stack.
Yeah, probably the newest part of the cum stack.
I looked into it. Yeah. And so I'm not gonna do that anymore, but it did make me feel just kind of today. You know,
Sure.
You ever feel like just kind of
Oh sure, most days.
Well, this is abnormally.
I see.
You know.
I see.
Yeah. This is not what I would normally expect of a level of. How are you today, Diet Coke?
I'm doing fine. You know what I got next to me today, which is maybe surprisingly kind of rare. Doesn't always happen for a house of snacks. I'm sipping on a crisp, cool Diet Coke right now, the one and only.
That's interesting. You're sipping on a crisp, cool Diet Coke.
Yeah.
I don't even have my water with me. I'll have to do that when we break to retrieve today's snacks. Not trying to get too far ahead of anything, but I'm glad you're doing well. We keep saying we're coming back from break. We haven't actually posted any of the episodes we've recorded for the last several months.
No, but we start each one by saying we're back from break.
We're back. We're back. We're finally back. It's going to
seem like we're just really extending that hype, but no, listener. In fact, each time we were back from break separately.
Yeah. And this time it's been another few weeks. This time feels right because I've moved now.
Yeah, you've moved.
And we have like a good point to kind of base things off of.
Yeah.
I'm also, with me having moved, I'm right next to a grocery outlet, which will make snack acquisition really interesting.
It will.
I'm also not very far away from I am within walking distance of a Trader Joe's.
That fucking
So
rocks.
Trader Joe's shit is going to happen on this fucking show.
And they got a lot of snacks. I mean, some say that they're more of a snack store than a grocery store.
A better snack store than a grocery store. I'll say that for sure.
I don't know that I would say that. I think if you know what to look for, you can shop pretty cheaply at Trader Joe's. And I like that about it.
You just kind of have to.
What's that?
You have to choose your shots.
Well, sure. I've always been a person who loves grocery stores enough to just go to multiple stores to get different things where they're the best and cheapest. And I'll tell you, Trader Joe's is just about the only place that is still selling dried bags of pasta for 99 cents. Used to be the norm. Yeah. Everywhere else, they're going to be $1.49. Sometimes they're shooting into the $2 range, even for the generic stuff. Trader Joe's holds the line. They say 99 cents is what a bag of spaghetti costs. And I appreciate that.
Now, Diet Coke. I actually, okay, at risk of, these are all chains. These are all national chains.
Sure.
But they're the number of national chain, these are not all grocery stores, but there's one of them that's I would call grocery store adjacent. Okay, we've got, as already mentioned, Trader Joe's and Grocery Outlet, which are the better of the four. But I also have a Dollar Tree and a Whole Foods. All within like 4 minutes a walk.
That's nice.
That's a fucking nexus.
It really is. And you've kind of got the whole range there too.
Yeah, exactly. I can go cheap and weird with your Grocery Outlet.
Sure.
I can go cheap and shitty with your Dollar Tree.
Sure.
I can go cheap and crunchy.
Yeah.
With your Trader Joe's.
That is how I would describe it.
And then I can go expensive and crunchy.
Yeah.
With
you
your
got
Whole
options.
Foods. And there's a really good movie theater here. That's not a grocery store, for sure.
Hey, if all you want is popcorn, a movie theater can be a grocery store. They
also when you buy Junior Mints at this at this movie theater, I have to remind myself it's not a grocery store because I just go there and I buy Junior Mints. But when you buy Junior Mints, they keep some of their Junior Mints in the fridge.
Wait, so you are regularly going there and just getting Junior Mints and not seeing a movie?
No, I'm going to a fucking movie and I'm getting Junior Mints.
I see.
But they will give you cold Junior Mints.
That is nice. Junior mints
Yeah.
especially hit real nice when they're cold.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we love apps on Diet Coke and Lilith's House of Snacks.
Folks, we love apps, don't we?
Yeah.
Folks at
appetizers
home.
And applications.
And applications.
Now we have app news to talk about.
This is like, I would say this is big app news.
I can't see myself using this discussed feature.
I think there are, okay, so to tell people at home what we're talking about, the Taco Bell, who we've given a lot of shit lately, deserved, I say,
yes,
has rolled
absolutely.
out a new feature on their app. If you go to the Taco Bell app, Name Your Price is the in-app name of the feature. And what it does is you can put in a number of dollars you want to spend. The minimum is $5. I don't know the maximum off the top of my head. I'll find that out by the time I'm done talking. And then it will generate. It will. How do you generate? Is that word?
Yes,
You ever?
yes.
Sometimes words they just fly right the hell out of your head.
Yes, they do.
They'll generate a. Could be a meal, could be a group bit of food for you and a friend. 25 is the max. It'll just randomize it. And you can keep hitting refresh to get different combinations of their items, totaling that number.
And there is a vegetarian switch.
There is a vegetarian switch.
You're worried about that.
You can also pick, like, if you see one item you like but you want to refresh the rest, you can pin them.
I've topped a lot of vegetarian switches in my life. Just
I bet you have. I think there are two kinds of people, two kinds of Taco Bell enjoyer, and there's the ones like you who are completely scandalized and despise this feature.
I need to be in charge of my Taco Bell experience. I cannot.
And then there are people like me who see this and be like, "Oh hell yeah!" Sometimes, in fact, what I do want is $5 worth of Taco Bell.
Yeah, and you just don't care what that is. That's
I care. If I care, I can just hit the old refresheroo. I'll tell you, I probably wouldn't have done it this quick if not for the show, but I did make a point of trying this feature out in the past week. I went and saw The Substance, a movie that a lot of people seem to be loving. I thought it was fucking terrible. Who can say?
Okay.
And after the film,
haven't seen it.
I was like, I'm just gonna have a quick dinner, quick little $5 Taco Bell dinner. I put $5 in the randomizer. It said, "Hey, how about a soft, spicy potato soft taco and a crispy beef burrito?" I said, "That hell yeah, that sounds great, Taco Bell." And I got it, and it was great, and it was cheap, and I had a wonderful evening despite the terrible film. Our good friend Robbie called this a killer app for Taco Bell, a killer app for the Taco Bell app, and I think I agree. To me, this is like, I truly wish every fast food place had this now.
I just like, okay, if I put $5 into the thingy, what is stopping it from saying like, "Oh, let me get you one of those fucking burritos that are super overpriced"? It's just one.
Nothing. And then if you don't like that, you hit refresh. You're not locked into anything. Refresh.
So okay. Then why am I not just closing this stupid feature and picking out what I fucking want?
Because if I want to have $5 worth of Taco Bell, off the top of my head, I don't know all the combinations that could do that. There are ones that I wouldn't think of. There are things that are outside of my go-to, like that I might not reach for.
I'm starting to understand now. There is, if I may, my current apartment does have one weakness, and that is that the closest Taco Bell is an 8-minute drive away.
That's tough.
That is a lot of minutes to be driving for Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And that's just that's just what Google Maps is telling me. It's like a couple miles.
I'm going to see my closest Taco Bell. I got 4 minutes. My closest Taco Bell is like probably the worst Taco Bell in the city.
Yeah.
So I'm usually cruising down to the at least to the one that's 5 minutes. But also that one's not great either. Realistically, I'm getting my little butt down to the one that is 8 minutes. Whoa, twinsies.
Yeah. There's a Taco Bell right next to my job that is 9 minutes away, and that I generally have a good experience with that Taco Bell. But again, that's a pretty hefty drive.
Yeah.
You know?
There are no Taco Bells by my workplace, so that's just unfortunately off the table for work lunches.
Yeah.
But I am close to an Arby's, which is a blessing.
I'm gonna say, okay, I'm looking to spend $6 on the app.
Do you have it open right now? Are you looking at it?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Pull down to refresh, pin to lock it. Oh, so you can roguelike like pin things that you got that right, but you fucked up on the other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now I'm interested.
It's a great this to me, and listen, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Some people like to have more control. I get that. But for me, this is just a complete unqualified win for Taco Bell. I think I
could just say feature. I want a beefy 5-layer burrito and some other shit.
Yeah.
And okay, now I'm into it. Now I think that they should keep adding onto this feature and make it even more like Vampire Survivors, and just start adding weapons and ghoulies that you can kill with your beefy 5-layer burrito.
So you want a fully integrated Taco Bell video game?
I want I want a video game. I want a roguelike inside of Taco Bell app. Robbie's loving this right now.
Yeah, this is the most we've been pitched directly to Robbie with our conversation here. If I were to point out one singular flaw with this system, I think, is that if you do crank it up to the $25 level, if you're a big spender, it has a 5-item limit, which frequently means that you're getting results on 25 that are under 15 still even. So if you are looking to really throw some money around, maybe this is not the best feature.
If you're but
when I'm putting big money in, that is when I want control. So to me, that's not such a big deal.
Yeah. That makes sense. That's cool. It's interesting. I've come around on it.
I'm glad.
I feel like I'm gonna be eating less Taco Bell right now, but
should we? What if we hear the snack description?
Well, let's hear the snack description.
Frosted Raspberry Pop Tarts are a breakfast pastry manufactured by the Kellogg Corporation. Each tart is filled with a red raspberry goo and coated with white frosting and red sprinkles. Just like me after an orgy at the North Pole. Introduced in 1967, Frosted Raspberry Pop Tarts were among the first 4 Frosted Pop Tart flavors. Imagine the years before that, when what was considered a decadent, over-sugared breakfast treat was an unfrosted Pop-Tart. Christ. I'm going to go grab mine and toast it.
Yeah. Toast.
All right, we're both back. Pop-Tarts in hand.
Yeah. We got my Pop-Tarts, I'm sorry, are on a plate. I don't know about in hand. They're very hot right now.
Mine's in a piece of kitchen roll, as the Brits say. Paper towel, we might call it in America. But besides the kitchen roll, it's just in my hand.
Okay. Well, like I said, very hot.
They get hot.
They do get hot. Now,
folks, be careful with your Pop-Tarts out there.
The reason why I was keeping an eye out for these, looking for these. Do you remember these very same Pop-Tarts were recently brought up on the television show podcast Diet Coke and Lilith's House of Snacks.
I remember when you suggested these, it sparked something like, "Oh, we talked about that recently," but I couldn't remember the context.
These are Clove's Pop-Tarts of choice. Hey, Clove.
Oh, hey, Clove.
Hey, we're eating your Pop-Tarts. I actually stole mine from Clove. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I paid for mine. Well, yeah, I mean, I bought them with EBT. This, once again, we are sponsored by the state of California.
You stole from the American taxpayer.
So I guess some would say. Maybe you would say now. I'm learning.
Ghouls.
Anyway, I'm going to take a fucking bite of this thing.
Yeah.
That's a classic Pop-Tart right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like this is like the midpoint between wild berry and strawberry Pop-Tarts.
Interesting. I was thinking it was the midpoint between blueberry and strawberry.
Interesting. You know what?
What?
It's just not tart enough for me to think that this is anywhere close to a blue.
That's fair. That's fair. These to me, I did have a couple before the show on when I was desperate for a quick breakfast some mornings.
Yep. Because we've had these for a few weeks.
But let me ask you this. How do you feel about strawberry Pop-Tarts?
I do enjoy them. We've reviewed them on the show, I believe.
When I was looking up Pop-Tart facts, so this raspberry, one of the original 4 frosted flavors, they were unfrosted for a few years, and then they came out with 4 frosted flavors, which were Dutch apple, Concord grape, raspberry, and brown sugar cinnamon. Brown sugar cinnamon is the, I think, only one that had already also been an unfrosted flavor, although maybe apple was too. Or grape. Who can say? I know it wasn't raspberry because that's the one I was paying attention to.
Right.
The other thing I found out was that strawberry and brown sugar cinnamon are frosted for both of them, are the 2 like #1 bestseller Pop-Tarts, which makes sense to me. Brown sugar cinnamon, certainly of those first frosted 4, has like had definitely the most staying power. Apple, I've seen some they're not called Dutch apple anymore ever. I've seen some variations on apple sometimes in stores. Grape, I know still exists because I've looked it up online, but I've never seen grape in a store. And raspberry is pretty, it's a bit of a rarer sighted Pop-Tart, I would say.
Yeah.
I think my big beef with strawberry is that I think cherry and blueberry, and now that I've had it, raspberry, to me are all better than strawberry. And I don't understand America for putting strawberry in that #1 spot. My personal fave is blueberry. I understand that the tartness is a little too much for some people. They don't love the blue.
Blueberry's very good.
But I love that blue. I mean, if I want something just out and out sweet, I know it's also a tart fruit, I guess, but I mean, the Pop-Tart is not that tart. God, how many times can I say the word tart today? But cherry. Oh, so good.
Cherry's good. Cherry's really good.
Cherry's great. And raspberry, I think, I don't like it as either of those 2, but I do still like it more than strawberry.
Okay.
To me, this is just like, if I have a strawberry, I'm not getting that extreme taste that I like from the blueberry or the cherry. And I'm not
literally getting... It's so fascinating that you're saying like the shit I say about Mountain Dew about Pop-Tarts right now.
I mean, kind of. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. To me, like, raspberry to me is like the most down the line, like what I want out of a Pop-Tart. Is it giving me that? Yes. It doesn't wow me like those other ones do, but it is like, it checks the box. If I'm expecting a Pop-Tart and I get a raspberry, I'm happy, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Interesting. This is very interesting. I get it. I'm connecting with it. I think I do still like strawberry more than you.
I mean, so many do. I don't understand it.
Yeah. Okay. I like the look of a raspberry Pop-Tart.
It's nice.
The red sprinkles.
I would say it is kind of between a strawberry and a cherry.
That is true. Yes.
Because the cherry has really dense red sprinkles. This has more of the spread of strawberry, but instead of different colors, it's just red.
Yeah. Which, don't you think strawberry should have black sprinkles? Wouldn't that be?
Yeah, I think they.
Like
I
red
think they
frosting
maybe.
and black sprinkles. That'd
Yeah,
be
but
cool.
I think fools,
People would not enjoy
dopes.
black sprinkles.
Well, I mean that's a kind of a thing, but those are usually chocolate sprinkles, and I think that's what would throw
Right.
people. I think they would think it was.
Yeah.
But hey, alternate theory. What if
Mhm.
they made fucking strawberry Pop Tarts with chocolate sprinkles?
Hey,
You know, that sounds pretty fucking good to me.
Yeah. Chocolate strawberries. We're pitching a different product right now, but it's better.
Hey. Oh, sorry. Christmas, my cat, for the listener who doesn't know, when I say Christmas, she just attacked the microphone. All's well now.
Yeah. We are not mad at the holiday.
Well, I'm mad at the
Christmas?
holiday separately.
I am, yeah. But that's different. We're not
'Cause it
yelling
has Jesus
at
in
the
it.
holiday.
That's why I'm
and
mad at it.
we don't like that guy.
We don't like Jesus here.
Uh-huh. Why do I have to celebrate his birthday?
Yeah.
He doesn't celebrate my birthday.
Hey, that's a great point, Lilith.
Yeah. Well,
sorry, I didn't mean to throw us off with that tangent.
no, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, right. We have to do ratings.
We do have to do ratings.
This is a television show podcast.
This is a television show podcast. Wait, can I tell you one last fun fact that I learned that's kind of unrelated, but I thought was very interesting?
Yes.
In the course of my research, I've also discovered what at least Wikipedia claims is the flavor combination used to make blue raspberry the flavor.
Interesting.
And according to Wikipedia, the flavor was developed using esters that are part of the flavor profile of pineapple, banana, and cherry. I wouldn't have thought
I've heard this before.
that combo, but it makes sense now that I do hear it. Anyway, ratings.
Now, okay. I'm sorry. I want to pull over the bus one more time before we get to ratings. Do you remember a very long time ago when we reviewed another Pop-Tarts flavor and I found the Pop-Tarts wiki and it said some absolutely wild things.
Yes, we found just insane
that Pop-Tarts
shit
were racist against M&Ms or something like that.
Yeah, it was like someone was just writing some kind of fan fiction on the Pop-Tart wiki.
Yeah. Can't find that wiki anymore.
Oh no, it's because of us. We blew up its spot.
I'm really upset.
Kellogg's heard the podcast and they were like, we can't have this representing the brand.
Yeah. This is not okay. There is
It's fine if those two cum freaks talk about it on their podcast, but we can't have this wiki also.
There is a snack and drink encyclopedia wiki that has a page just for Pop-Tarts. And that's very normal.
Sure.
It's just normal stuff. And then I did also find the Shopkins wiki. I believe Shopkins is a game. And apparently Raspberry Pop Tart is an item in Shopkins.
Huh.
There's 3 sections for Raspberry Pop Tarts on the Shopkins wiki: bio, appearance, and trivia. And there's also gallery. And trivia is the only thing that has any information in it. Bio and appearance are just empty. Trivia: Raspberry Pop Tart uses cherry Pop Tarts mold.
Huh. That's interesting. That's good trivia. Can I tell you something weird that I've discovered?
Go ahead.
So I made a mistake, or rather the entity speaking through me made a mistake in the snack intro, and we've been casually making a mistake referring to these as Kellogg products.
Yes.
Because the company's not called Kellogg's anymore. Since 2023, it's been called Kellanova.
What?
And I think that's funny because that's like Neo Tokyo stuff. Like that's what you would call Kellogg's in a cyberpunk future.
It said, oh wait, no, yeah, okay. Kellogg Co. Kellanova, formerly known as Kellogg Company, and commonly known as Kellogg's. The Wikipedia article is still called Kellogg's.
That's true. That is true.
It does
but the
say
name
Kellanova.
is Kellanova now.
Did they just get so tired of hearing about the fucking weird guy who made cereal so that people would stop jerking off?
Maybe. Or who was it that was taking their label off foods during a strike? Was it Kellogg's? Maybe that just, maybe they deemed that the brand name couldn't recover.
You know what? I think it was because I remember us talking about Toast and Pop-Ups.
Yes.
So that we wouldn't be eating Kellogg's products during that time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's Kellanova now.
It's Kellanova, and we need to rate these Kellanova Pop Tarts. I'm gonna call these a wood by wood eat. They're not incredible.
Got a good taste.
But they're sorry.
Got a good taste.
Thank you.
Oh, this is great. Right here. Hold that, please.
I'm a little out of practice.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's wood by wood eat. I didn't even hit the buttons in the right order.
But we got to hear them at all. I couldn't tell. Was that you or a new button?
That was me. That was me in my mouth.
That was my old button.
Yeah.
These are gonna be a would not buy, but a would eat. As I said, I'm choosing the cherry or the blueberry over these. I'm also I'm also a sometimes brown sugar cinnamon person. It's kind of my consistent number 2, no matter what my number 1 may be in the moment. I like these a whole lot. They're good. They get the job done. They're not my fave. I'm not going to reach for them over, like I say, my esteemed colleagues, the cherry or the blueberry or the brown sugar cinnamon.
Yup. Hey, Snack Keeper.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going? It's been a while.
It's been a little while. I'm hoping to make our visits a little bit more consistent.
Oh, that's great.
It kind of sounds like you're a little bit hesitant about.
What do you mean? I'm very happy to see my friends. I'm always glad when you stop by.
That's
Not
good.
Like I was
I'm also
enjoying having the House of Snacks to myself for the past couple of weeks. But whatever.
That's fair. I mean, I just moved out. I'm living by myself right now, and I like living by myself. So I understand being happy to have the place to yourself.
I've never done it, so I wouldn't know.
Oh.
Well, it was great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I saw you put up that poster right there. That's an interesting poster you put up.
Yes. It's porn, you can say it.
Yeah, it's
not
like
porn.
Not like just like a pinup of like a sexy lady. There's penetration
I come from a dimension with naturally occurring sex cue. This is the equivalent of a taste pinup, a tasteful pinup in my world.
So y'all call this a tasty pinup, right?
Well, yeah, because if you lick it, you can taste.
Oh,
the
which part of it
on display?
Should I lick like a specific part, or do you not want me to lick your
snack? Of course you can lick it. That's what it's there for. But it's Snack Keeper tech, so it's gonna taste like however look at what you're seeing. It'll taste like what is displayed.
Oh wow! This is so weird. The schnozberries do taste like schnozberries.
Yes, and they are her schnozberries, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's so wild. That's so impressive. It's
really great. Good. It's one of the things that's been hard to adjust to in living in this dimension. Mostly is that in my world I can go into any snack Target and buy a painting with this technology.
Right. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I'll adjust.
Do you want to outro the show?
Well, goodbye, ghosts and ghoulies. The House of Snacks is closed. Yet again. We'll snack you later.
For more from the House of Snacks, visit patreon.com/House of Snacks. That's patreon.com/House of SNAX.